Malawi was a very special place for us. I think it was when we got asked about the highlights of the trip, I think we always pointed out to Malawi. And there were a bunch of reasons for that. I think we were quite happy about like how we were welcomed there and the people that we met, and maybe we were also really lucky in the way how Malawi turned out. When we came to Malawi after all this rushing through Mozambique, we were ready for having a couple of a little bit calmer days, not traveling so much, more just meeting people and starting to really work on the Humans Project again. One of the things was when we came to Malawi was that there was a big crisis going on with the fuel. It's a huge problem. It's going on since quite some time, and the whole fuel crisis really made it difficult for a lot of people to travel. So every time there was actually fuel, the cars were just lining up at the petrol stations and trying to get fuel until it was empty again. And so a lot of people also then had to try to get fuel on the black market. What happened with the minibuses? We were going with the minibuses and they were stopping all the time. And one of the things in Malawi for us was that we had to catch a ferry that was only leaving once a week, and this ferry was bringing us up Lake Malawi. So we catched a minibus one day to get further north, and this minibus then stopped more or less in the middle of the way, just in the middle of nowhere, because it was just running out of fuel. We had tried to get fuel from the black market, but there was just no way to get anything. So we just drove more or less, or the driver drove just till it was stopping. And then we had to spend the rest of our day just jumping on pickups that were bringing us further north, and we traveled till late in the night, till we got to the place where we wanted to go to. We took the ferry and moved on with the ferry for 2.5 days up Lake Malawi, and I think that was for the first time since we started the trip. There was something where we really had some time to just calm down, do nothing, just hang out in the ferry, and we were sleeping on the deck and just enjoying the time while downstairs everyone was cramping into this small place where we had the luxury to have a little bit more kind of the first class, which was also only 20 euros for like 2.5 days, so not too much more, for at least for our standards. We went off the ferry and then we met the Indian guys, and after those days with them we moved north, where we went to the Floria Foundation, which was another small organization we worked for, and where we had a lot of fun. It's like this really small run organization by a Dutch couple that just started it from scratch and is now doing this preschool there that is taking care of a lot of the young children there and trying to give them education with local teachers and everything. It was a very nice project to visit, and that is also where we met John. And I think John was maybe one of the most inspiring people for me on the whole trip. He was at 93 years. He was still going so strong, and he was this guy that just had so much joy in life that was just beautiful to see. And I'm still when I think back of him, I always have a smile in my face when I think of this guy that looked like a 20-year-old from behind and had so much energy and was just laughing that he was 100% sure that he would get like 100 years old, and it was just a lot of fun to have time with him. To do one of the Humans films will be about him, and that was quite a nice experience. From there, it was not far anymore to get to the border to Tanzania, where we had our first big appointment with Emirates Africa. What comes then in the next part.